And again, like we talked about Billy Porter, we've talked about what's the child that makes the videos and Todrick. We've talked about Don Lemon and other black men who are in the public eye. But the truth is, sometimes you feel like you have to date outside of your community because if your work and your life is public, and aside from the public part of my life, I live a very big life.
You do.
I live a very big life. And I'm not trying to, because y'all know I don't talk about money and stuff like that, but I live a very big life.
What he's trying to let you know is he's rich too. I went in your house and saw those fixtures in your home, girl. That $15,000 projector. Girl, don't act don't you act like you don't want me to pour you be over here amping me up with that rich shit. Bitch, don't you let me pour your tea. You rich too, girl. I only hang around rich bitches. I'm never gonna have a poor mentality again.
Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And here's what I would say to you, to all of the single women. And this is a quote from one of my books.
Come on.
Single women raising little boys are in the position to raise those little boys to be the men they could never find.
Oh.
I think I'm ready for a refill.
I just water. I just needed some water.
Yeah, can I get a little more ice for another?
Yeah, just hold on. I just gotta take some
Just
water.
wondering if I could get a refill or something, Let me clean up.
Okay, can you repeat that again?
Sure. Single women raising little boys. You're in the unique position to raise those little boys to be the men you could never find. You could give him those values. You could give him that integrity.
And, and that's why I get so angry when I see those same black women standing behind some boosie shit. I'm like, bitch, how you so hot with me for being a trainee?
But you okay with that?
But you really standing up on, but he a real nigga. I'm like, what?
So back to my story.
So you were topping the top.
Oh yeah. He may have birthed those children.
But your children was definitely
in him. But wait a minute. Wait. Get my children out of here. Get my children out of here. Get my children out of here. Oh my God. Oh God. Get them out of here.
Oh my God. Shit.
Every time this man came to my house, he came with something. Sea bass, lobster tail. Like he came over when my mom and my aunt Gloria were down, and he brought a dessert, a cake for them because he knew they were there. This motherfucker knew how to partner. Do you hear me? What happened was he hadn't given himself permission to really be free yet. Because see, he was still worried about his ex-wife, his siblings, his adult children. And I remember he invited me to his house, and I was going over to his house. And he said, oh, well, can we meet out because the kids are kind of in and out of the house, because his kids had access to the house. They could come and go as they pleased. And I knew like this guy said on this podcast, I wasn't going back in the closet.
Right.
I wasn't about to do all of that. I've been in enough relationships where I've done all of the heavy emotional lifting. I don't want to do that anymore. I think it's a joint effort. And I realized, and I'm being honest right now, I'm not saying this for no other reason. I'm not trying to pop my collar. I hadn't really told him fully what I did for a living. He knew I had written some books. He knew I had a greeting card business, but he didn't know about this stuff because he's not on social media. He's on TikTok now. Bitch, we everywhere on TikTok. That motherfucker messaged me last week and said, what is this? He sent me a clip of us on TikTok.
He's going to send you this clip too on TikTok.
He might. What are you, girl?
I'm rich.
What is it, girl?
I'm rich.
You've done your work and you're out of, they want to bring you back to 3. And I've said so many times, you're not going to drag me back in the closet. But here's what I'm clear about. First and foremost, my work puts me out. I've written 2 books about my whole journey coming out. I've written about all of that.
2 best-selling books.
Correct.
That are on Audible right now.
Words Never Spoken, and One Thing for Certain, 2 Things for Sure.
What's the third one, then?
So Much to Say.
Right.
A Book of Quotes. And Book of Jewels is number 4. Now, that's my best work. Now, if you want to know my business, you want to get them first 2 books. But my best shit is Book of Jewels. But here's the thing. I knew once I put those books out, once I released those first 2 books, I said, this is it. You're going to cut off a certain segment of black gay men who are never going to be interested in you because you're too out for them. I knew when I linked up with you.
Come on.
This is what we about to shake this motherfucking table.
Tell your story, Craig.
When I linked up with her, I knew I had to be very clear about who I was.
Because he was a transphobe at first.
I wouldn't go that far.
You were in the area.
No, I was nervous around
Just
trans.
because you knew Jasmine Bonet did not mean that you was not a transphobe.
Jasmine Bonet was in my stage play. We mentioned that one day on here. I don't think I was a transphobe. I think it was a level of
that level of gay was too much for you.
It was too much for me. That's it. That's it. It was too much for me. I didn't understand it. I wasn't trying to understand it.
It puts you in an area of phobia. You had a fear of it.
It put me in. Yes, it did.
So you were a transphobe.
I didn't understand it. And I wasn't trying to understand it.
Right.
And so I knew that had more to do with me. And there's a crop of black gay men, because we're only talking about black gay men right now.
Right now. So
right
listen,
now.
Don't feel excluded, because we're going to get around to you. We're going to get around to the straight ones too.
Are we coming?
Believe it.
It has nothing to do with her or some gay boy who was hyper feminine, because when I moved here, I was writing for a theater company. Mm-hmm. And when there's a theater company, you're going to have feminine gay men. I stayed away from them too, because I felt like any connection or association with her or them, it would out me. But see, the things that we think we're doing the things that we think we're doing a great job of hiding.
Like you're trying to hide whatever that is. What is that? Miss Mary keeps sitting down here for you, specifically. We'll get it. Go ahead and finish your thought.
The things that you think you're doing a great job of hiding, the people who know you and love you are paying attention to your life. So there isn't anything that you think you're hiding that they don't already know. Those of you that are walking around talking about them and they, and I'm not talking about the pronoun thing. I'm talking about how you know how the gays are closeted, and they're like, oh, I went out with them, and then they called me, and because you're trying not to say he or him. That's such a dead giveaway. Everybody know you're a fag when you start saying that. Wait a minute. You said it to me on Instagram though, didn't you?
But it's still right here. They had deleted the clip, but it's okay. I got it right here. Let me see if I can do it. I can.
Here go the fact. And then you say, so y'all need to start.
Here it go.
We are in a fucking crisis, a pandemic with this single mother and shit. But it is a proven fact that single mother households produce the worst product.
Facts.
It's
That's
a
100% fact, yeah.
If you take 2-parent households, single father household, single mother household, statistically based on facts, the household with the woman heading it by herself produces the worst product. And for our people, for black people, for African American people, those single mother households are the reason why prisons are filled with a good majority of our
You are 100%
people,
right.
So these are facts. You sit this on the table. Here go the fact. And then you say, so y'all need to start valuing men being involved in the lives of your children. I can't make you be with your baby daddy, or we can't say that somebody has to stay with somebody, because we know that children are being born out of situations where the two people aren't healthy together.
Yeah.
But you having access to a man and a woman during your upbringing needs to be brought back. I gotta laugh when I say this, because, you know, the females get so mad, but we are in a fucking crisis.
You want to go first?
I'll let you go.
Here's my thoughts. I don't agree with
Everything.
Now, I don't know the statistics, so I don't know if statistically speaking, children who are products of a single home, if they fin better or not, I don't know. If I had to guess, I would probably say, yeah, it's probably true. When you come from a two-parent household, the chances of you doing better and flourishing in life better is probably greater, right? But statistically. Mm-hmm. But and so for all of the single mothers out there, don't let that rile you up.
Don't.
Because there are some amazing single mothers out there. My mother was one of them. Your mother was one of them. But here's my thought. And I said this a few weeks ago as well. I can't stand when these people get on these podcasts and push the onus on women.
Right.
Where's the responsibility for men? I talked about this the other week about how we shift blame on women and never hold the men accountable.
Right.
And I'm not saying that there aren't some bad mothers out there, but what I'm saying is I think the great preponderance of mothers are doing a great job. Single mothers are doing a great job. So it's like, where's the responsibility of these men? And see, the common denominator with fags and black women in particular is that we both date black men.
Right.
And we have similar issues, similar heartaches, similar disappointments.
And here's where I get into the space of telling women, like when I'm talking to bio women about, no, I am not a female. I will never be a female. And when I can understand times when they're talking about, you know, how they feel about, you know, some of the gay people and the trans people, making them feel like they're trying to, you know, get rid of which you can't ever get rid of a female. But black females, I'm talking to my black because I'm the personification of that. Black females, you have to understand, black trans women and you have some shared experience. We may not have the same lived experiences because the lived experience, I could never birth a child. I could never carry a kid because I don't have a womb to carry a kid.
I dated a guy last summer, 50 years old. I did. Fine as wine.
He was 50?
50. So for all of the people who think I only date younger, that's not, they just gravitate to me. The young ones just gravitate to me. But here's the thing. This man was fine, accomplished, educated, a Kappa.
Oh, he was a what?
A Kappa.
You mean a Kappa as in the college?
Yeah, fraternity.
Or a Kappa like he just full of cap.
The fraternity. The fraternity. The man had been married for 20 years. 20. They divorced. When I met him, they had been divorced for 2 years. He had 2 college-age kids, a boy and a girl. This man knows how to partner. He felt different from any gay man that I had dated. I've never told this story, not even on my Patreon. Because he didn't move in gay circles. He didn't go to gay parties. Like he lived a straight identified life.
May I ask a question?
Please.
So you was dealing with, you thought you were finally in your gay life dealing with what we as the girls.
The who?
The girl. The girl.
I'm listening.
Call a trade. A real trade.
Yeah.
Instead of a DL man.
Correct.
Because in the faggot community, DL.
In the what community?
In the faggot community. The FAGGIE community, DL is adjacent to the trade, but they're still faggots, but they act this way. The trade is the man that's totally heterosexual.
So you in the room. You picking up what I'm putting down.
Correct.
Oh, you in the room.
So you were having a trade experience.
You're in the room.
You were having a trade experience.
You're in the room.
And so I'm going to ask you the question while it's there.
I'm listening.
Because you was doing the bending?
No, he was doing the bending.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. That sweet meat brings the heat.
Go ahead and clankle them bottles down there. Go ahead and clankle them bottles down there. I don't hear them. I don't hear you clankling. I need you to clankle.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and I'm inviting you to join my Patreon. Don't know what a Patreon is? It's my official video diary with only exclusive content that you won't see anyplace else. It's easy to join. Just visit patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Here's what you'll find on my Patreon. A day in my life, whether that's dinner with friends or a typical workday. Live Q&As with members of my Patreon about each episode of the T.S. Madison Experience and what I was really thinking. I'll even bring you on vacation with me. The video will make you think that you were right there. And last but not least, for all of my aspiring writers, I give you first-hand, one-on-one, personalized attention, answering all of your questions about publishing and self-publishing. So what are you waiting for? Join now. Swipe up or visit www.patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. I'll see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Craig the Writer. Do it now.